there were so many more expenses that I did not think of. I just thought, this is the X crores I need to give, and what next is, I don't know. Hello there. So there are 5 expenses that you must keep in mind when you're buying a property. We basically are doing more South Delhi, but it is probably universal, at least applicable all over India. So there are various things that people don't keep in mind, and then later on feel, oh my God, I did not think of this. And even those small amounts become a heavy amount in the end because you've already exhausted your resources and whatnot. All right, so let's start. So don't fall short. That is the message. I mean, if you fall short in the end, and if you tell one particular party, I do not have this money, that money, then it's a problem. So let's go through the whole breakup. So largest is, of course, the total price of the property. Now say you bought a property for 10 crores. Okay. So this 10 crore is something you have to come up with. That is fine. And most people have worked it out. How will I do this and whatnot? Now the other things is what people usually don't plan properly, and in the end feel like, oh my God, this is a lot. Because the stamp duty, so say in Delhi, if you're buying a property in a guy's name, in a man's name, you're going to be spending 7%. So the whole breakup is different. Stamp duty is actually less. It's 6 plus 1. You can say 1% is registration fee, but you have to pay that. So we usually call that stamp duty as 7%. And if it's in the name of a lady, it is less, definitely 5%. But if you buy it combined, it's 6%. So let us just say it's a 7% example. You bought a property for 10 crores. So you got to pay 70 lakh. If it is a joint registry, you pay 60 lakh. If it is in the name of a lady, you pay 50 lakh. It's not a small amount. 50 lakh is half a crore. And you have to come up with that before the sale deed, because you have to pay that, and only then you get the stamp papers and whatnot. So that is one. That is probably the largest after the total price that you pay. And then there is also brokerage. It is also payable at the time of the sale deed or when the deal is completing. It's if you're a buyer, it's usually 1%. Say with sellers, it can be 1 to 2%. Depends on the deal, what was the arrangement and whatnot. But let us just say, even if it is 1% and you bought a 10 crore worth of property, so it's another 10 lakh. So 70 plus 10, now we've reached 80 lakh. The document writer or the lawyer, depending on how fancy lawyer and whatnot you chose and what was the requirements, it could range anywhere from even as low as 20,000 to as high as 5 lakh. There are various cases where there's a lot of other different things to be done. It was a long process and the fee can be more, but usually 50,000, 1 lakh, in that ballpark. And then there is bank charges, because if you've taken a loan, you're going to be paying a processing fee, you're going to be paying other things. So say when you're looking at a property and you're thinking how much I gotta pay, you need to add all these small amounts also, because this gives you a real figure. Now the last two, which I put it in red here, because these are the ones where people slip the most. Refurbishing costs. So say if you're buying a used floor, or you're buying a property which you're going to be reconstructing or renovating, or if sometimes you buy a brand new built floor but you want to do up certain things as per your own taste. These things have a habit of shooting to the sky, and people end up spending a lot actually when they start doing it. But this is not something you got to worry while buying the property. It will be transferred to your name, and only then you can do these things. But one should keep it in mind, because depending on who you choose, if you use a high-end designer, you're probably going to pay a crore, or it could be as low as 5 lakh rupees for the slight refurbishments. But there is going to be these costs. Now there is also new furniture, because it has to suit the new home. You probably are not going to be able to use the furniture you have in your older house, and maybe you don't want to, and maybe you shouldn't. You're buying a new property, get new furniture, man. So anyways, so this also you should add maybe another, depending on what size and what style of living you have, 20 lakh to 2 crores maybe of refurbishing and furniture and all that. But let us just say you bought a brand new property and you're not going to do anything else. Then the first five things is what applies. These two are the bonus. All right. I hope this video helped, and if there is anything else you'd like to know, please let me know. And you should make a list of these things. I'm telling you by experience. I've faced the heat also when I bought a property, and I felt, how will I do this? Because in the end there were so many more expenses that I did not think of. I just thought, oh, this is the X crores I need to give, and what next is, I don't know. Even being in this trade, so you should make a list of all of these expenses and plan from where you're going to fund all of this, because you might use your FDs, you might have to sell some mutual funds. At that point of time, it really hurts if you have to sell your mutual funds to pay the brokerage or document writer or whatever. All right, thank you, and do share this video with others. Please click like, subscribe, and whatnot. I definitely want to make some more content, and all of that content can only come if people are pushing me and telling me what they want, and if the word passes on. Thank you.